Well, back on the Packard, I'm going to take this main bearing out right here. Or the cap anyway in the bearing, because I found something in the oil pan that don't look right, or don't look good. Let's see what I do with it. Look at that right there. I think that's bearing. I don't. That's gasket. That came off. You know, that ain't supposed to be in there. That's for sure. And I don't think it came off the oil pan. You know, did I chip something off the oil pan? I don't see. But man, that looks awful thin right there. Well, let's get that. Let's get that bearing off there. Or the cap off, anyway. Take a peek at it just for the heck of it. But this last rod, I don't know if that kind of feels alright to me. You know. But I think I'll take a rod bearing off too. Let's see what this looks like. I got the bolts loose. They're probably going to fall off in my hair. Let me get my pan here. They were tight. I had to take them off with a breaker bar. They're 80 to 85, I think the thing said. Well, I'm going to set you down. Here we go. I don't know what that was. These are greasers. Well, that don't look like nothing. It looks new. I wonder if I can get that out. Without too much trouble. Well, it doesn't look like there's anything wrong with that one, from what I can see. Yeah. Looks like it's a 20. It's got the 20 thousandths on it. Oh, wait a minute, right up in there. See that piece of metal up in there? Look at that. That's what I was seeing from that hole. Hang on a minute, let me see if I can pick that out. And folks, we got problems here. We got a bad bearing, spun bearing. Well, it's not spun. I don't think it's spun. But look up in there. See that stuff right there? The crank doesn't seem like it's hurt. But there's something between the bearing and the crank that caused that mess. And all this grease right here, I don't get that. Or, well, that's probably, I don't know what it is. But it don't look good. So I think the next thing to do is pull this engine out. Turn it upside down, and I think just turn it upside down and check all the bearings and things. It's not very convenient to be sitting on the ground here like this, since it's easy enough to pull this engine out. And I think we'd leave the pistons in there and just check all the bearings and everything. But there's something going on with that thing, I'll tell you that right now. So anyway, that's where I guess maybe it's a spun bearing. But the cap looked good. When I was cranking that thing over when we first got it, just before it broke loose, it made a kind of nasty sound. And we probably should have stopped there and took it all apart, but if you look close, look at those lines right there. I wonder what that's all about. Anyway, alright, well, I'll catch you later. I'll catch you on the next one, and we'll see what goes on. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.